Hello, everybody. How are you? Hello, everybody. How are you? It is time to start our day. It is time to work and play. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another Bible story time together. We have learned a few different Bible stories since we started our time together, and every time we've read one, I was showing you my Bible that looks like this. Well, Bibles can look different. They can have different covers. They can be tall, short, fat, thin. The story that I'm going to tell you today doesn't come from this Bible. It's still a Bible, still has the same stories, just looks a little bit different. Let me show you this one. This one is a bigger book. This one is a much taller Bible. This one has a story in it that I want to share to you about a man named Jonah. So this is our friend Jonah. We're going to start off by finding out what's going on with him. Can you guess by looking at the picture what's going on in Jonah's life? Look at him closely. What's he doing? Look at his face. Looks like he's running from his base, the way his body is looking. This looks like water and a ship. Looks like there's a city behind him. Should we find out who he's running from and why he's running? God wanted Jonah to go preach to the people of Nineveh, but Jonah didn't want to go. He decided to run away instead. Jonah thought that if he ran far enough away, he could run away from God. So he got on a boat that was going all the way across the sea. Now, right away, what's the issue with this? Can we run away from God? We can't do that. God knows where we are. God's always watching over us and loving us and protecting us. So right away, Jonah's not making a good choice. Jonah didn't want God to find him, so he went down far inside of the boat. He lay down there and fell fast asleep. A big storm blew up, and the sailors were afraid the boat would sink. They asked Jonah to pray for the storm to go away, but Jonah knew that God had sent the storm. He told the sailors, "Throw me overboard, then the storm will stop." The sailors didn't want to throw Jonah overboard, but they were afraid of the storm. So they picked up Jonah and they threw him into the stormy sea. Ker-splash. Ugh. Get him. Jonah began to sink into the cold, dark water. Deeper and deeper he went, but he did not drown. God sent a big fish to swallow him up. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Jonah stayed inside the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. How do you think it smelled in there? Oh, how do you think he felt while he was in there? Ooh. While Jonah was inside the fish, he prayed. He thanked God for saving him from drowning in the sea. He told God, "I'll do what you want me to do." God heard Jonah's prayer, and guess what happened next? The fish spit Jonah out. Ker-thunk. Jonah ended up on the dry land. He was glad to be out of that fish. Jonah obeyed God and went straight to Nineveh. He told the people there to believe in God. The people listened to everything Jonah said. They stopped doing bad things and they believed in God. Okay, so Jonah, we learned about a man named Jonah. Let's see, I have a Jonah here. Hi, Jonah. So we learned about this guy named Jonah. What happened with Jonah? Can you help me retell the story? Who asked Jonah to do something? God did, didn't he? We must know right there that Jonah was a very important man. If God came to him and asked him to do a big job, Jonah must have been a pretty good guy, a pretty important guy. But at this time, Jonah decided not to listen to God, and he ran away instead. Where did Jonah run to? Well, first of all, where did God ask him to go? He asked him to go to a city called, do you remember the name? Nineveh. He wanted him. Why did God want him to go to Nineveh? Can you help me remember what happened in the story? Were the people in Nineveh good people or bad people? Well, they were at least people that were doing bad things, weren't they? So God wanted Jonah to go there to talk to them, to tell them to start doing good things. But he didn't go to Nineveh. Jonah ran away instead. And do you remember where he went instead of going to Nineveh? He got on a big ship. He got onto a big boat. And while he was on there, what happened? Did they have a nice smooth sailing trip? No, a big storm came. There was thunder and there was lightning and there were big waves and the boat was rocking all over the place. And the sailors on the boat got scared. And Jonah said, "It's my fault. I didn't listen to God. I tried to hide from him on the ship, but that can't work. Throw me overboard." So they did, didn't they? The sailors took Jonah and they threw him out of the boat, and he went down, 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 deep into the water. So, did he drown? He was down deep in the water. He didn't. Even though he was underwater, he was way down in the sea, God could still see him, and God was still protecting him. What or who did God send now to protect Jonah? Do you remember? What was it in our story that we learned came and protected Jonah? It was a great big fish. Sometimes in the story we say it's a whale. Other times we say it was a great big fish. This great big fish came swimming along, swimming along, swimming along. Oh, and he gobbled Jonah up and he put him in his tummy. He didn't hurt Jonah. He just swallowed him, and Jonah was in his tummy. And I don't know if you saw in the picture, but inside the tummy also, there were some fish. I saw some other things in there. So now Jonah's in the fish's belly for how many days and how many nights? 1, 2, 3. 3 days and 3 nights Jonah was in there. After 3 days and 3 nights, the fish swam to shore and spit Jonah right out, and he landed on the shore, and the fish waved goodbye and he left. So now we have Jonah. He didn't listen to God. He ran away, got on the ship. Big storm came, got thrown overboard. The fish gobbled him up, and now he spit him out. So now what happened? Did Jonah listen to God this time? He did, didn't he? Jonah walked to Nineveh. He walked to the city. And while he was in the city of Nineveh, Jonah came across some people. And he started telling all the people about God. And not only did he tell them about God, he reminded them that they need to listen to God. They need to obey him. And the people actually did. The people listened to Jonah, and they turned their hearts to God, and they prayed to God. And the city of Nineveh got to be a much better place, and God was very happy. So it's a really nice story, isn't it? But probably the best thing that we can learn from that is that we should always listen to God. Sometimes inside you can feel a feeling that you know that you should do something that's right. That's God telling us, let's do this. This is a good choice. Let's do this. And when we have that feeling, we need to listen. God always wants to do the things that are the best for us, that will keep us safest, and will be kind to us and to others. So we should always listen to that feeling and to God. Today, I would like to make a whale with you. I've made one already. I'll show you in a second. What I used, let me show you my supplies. I had a couple of paper plates. Mine are stuck together. I had a couple of paper plates, and I painted them. I painted the outside with a blue. I didn't have to paint it. I could have used something to color it. But I painted mine blue, which I'll show you in a minute. I did the outsides all blue. Then on the inside, because mine is a whale or a big fish, I wanted to give him a tongue, so I painted that red. So I've got red and blue, and then I put some eyes on there. Would you like to see my whale? You can make one too. Again, you can use paint, crayons, color paint, pencils, markers, dot markers, whatever you have to make your whale. This is what mine looks like. He's got his tail here. This is my whale. These are his big eyes. Now inside, just like in our story, my whale has some things that he's been gobbling up. Would you like to see what's inside my whale? Let me take a peek first. Let's see what he's found. There's a lot in there. Do you want to see what he swallowed? You've been busy. Let's see, the first thing that's coming out when he spits it out. Spit, 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 spit. A fish. That almost makes sense. He can eat a fish. There was a fish inside of him. Let's see what else is inside of mine. What else you have in there? I should be scared to put my hand in there, shouldn't I? Another fish. Another fish going swimming. What else? I thought I felt some more stuff in there. What else is inside my whale? This makes sense too. He has a seashell. I can see where he would accidentally gobble that up. Yeah, he doesn't mind. What else? Oh, what's this? This is a very strange feeling object. A skateboard? My whale swallowed a skateboard? Unusual, interesting. Let's see what else. What else do I feel? Oh, bumpy, bumpy. Some Legos. He swallowed some Legos. Anything else in there? I feel like one more. Oh, of course, Jonah. He swallowed a Jonah that's in there too. Jonah doesn't look too happy about being swallowed, does he? Should we peek together? Let's see if there's anything else in there. You ready? I'm a little afraid, but I don't want him to gobble me up. Nope, it's empty. His mouth is empty now. So today, boys and girls, you guys can make yourself a big fish, a whale, and see what yours swallows up. See what's inside. And if you'd like to, you can even make your own Jonah. You can make a Jonah. Maybe you can make you and have yourself get gobbled up by the fish and then spit back out. But remember, when Jonah was inside the whale's belly, what did he do? He prayed to God and he asked God to help him. So before you get spit out of the whale's belly, make sure you pray to God and ask him to be with you and to help you. We'll meet again next month and we'll learn a new Bible story about somebody else from the Bible that did a pretty awesome, amazing thing. I can't wait to share that story with you next month. Have a great Friday, a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.